Hey guys, so I know I'm a little bit late, a little bit, um, but this is the 2 and 3 point perspective tutorial. It's quick, simple stuff, not getting into anything too deep or complicated.
Okay, so we're just hopping straight into this 2 point perspective tutorial. I'm going to draw a couple lines, random places on the paper, and then we're going to have a line going from the dot to the tip of each already existing line. Same thing on the other side with the other dot. And then you're just going to do the same thing with all of them. You can also use a ruler. It makes it a whole lot easier, and I also use a ruler a lot of the time. So here's me whipping out the ruler and getting those real crisp straight lines in. And then these lines that I'm drawing in now are just going to be the other sides of our shape. And as you can see, I'm connecting the line on the right to the dot on the left, and the line on the left to the dot on the right. Just go ahead and darken up my shapes so you can differentiate the shape from my guidelines, and then obviously, like, when you're done, you would just erase those guidelines. I'm not erasing them here because I want you guys to see them, but... And then here's me just really quickly putting that into action and doing like a little cartoon car. When you're doing more curves and like different shapes, the perspective definitely gets a little bit harder. Like, the perspective is still the same, but like in my brain, it's more difficult. Anyways, we're hopping straight into the 3 point perspective now. Go ahead and add that dot up top. You're gonna add your guidelines spanning out from each dot, including the one at the top. Okay, so following the guidelines that I made, I'm gonna go ahead and just make some simple shapes. Any lines that are going upwards are going towards the top dot, if that makes sense. Again, anytime you need, you can go ahead and use a ruler. It makes it a lot easier to connect those dots, and it's just a lot cleaner in the end. Drawn in like a little sidewalk situation here, following the 2 dots on the sides to connect like where the sidewalk is gonna vanish. Making some weirder shapes here just to challenge myself to know that, the perspective is still the same no matter how weird the shape is. A lot of times since like I learned perspective in like rectangles, as soon as I'm in a different shape, I'm like, oh no, what do I do? How does this work? What's going on? So make sure to practice with other shapes as well. Now we're gonna do the same setup, but with a dot under the vanishing point instead of above the vanishing point. This is gonna give you a bird's eye view type situation happening. Alright, same idea here using the guidelines. Any of your lines that are going straight up should connect with the dot at the bottom, or you can just follow the guidelines that you made going up. So as you can already see here, the bottom of my shape is smaller than the top of my shape, which gives the illusion that I am looking at it from above. Anytime you want something to look farther away in your drawings, just draw it smaller. That's literally all you have to do, is draw it smaller and it'll look farther away. Ooh, I added a little bit of curve there. It's like a marshmallow kind of. The closer you are to one of your vanishing point dots, the dots on your vanishing point, there you go, the dots on your vanishing point, you're gonna get slightly different angles, instead of just having everything based right in the middle. So these ones that I'm doing on the side almost look like they're kind of leaning. This is kind of like what a security camera sees from the corner of a room. That's what this perspective reminds me of. Oh, messed up a bunch of the lines there. Who cares? We're gonna ignore it.
Okay, I hope that was actually really helpful for you guys and that you guys will be able to apply that stuff in your art. Again, practice with other shapes other than rectangles, because my brain literally does this thing every time where I'm like, a circle? What do I do now? So practice with all the shapes. Don't do what I did when I was younger and just do rectangles all the time forever. It'll make like drawing bodies way easier later down the line if you learn the perspective, learn the shapes. Okay, bye! Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you liked the video. Don't if you didn't like the video.